I'm Oranzie Simmons from North Carolina. I've been out here in Los Angeles for 8 years and learned from my granddad, Leroy Harris, who's been welding for 40 years. And when I first came out here, I had to go to school at Trade Tech, and then I joined the union 433. And then after he passed away, I took over the business that he had for 10 years around. Working on a project here where we put a fence up, sliding gate, we're putting panels up on the side and on this side, so they're gonna close in the whole facility. I've been using my MIG welder. It's a Lincoln, as you can see, 180 weld pack, and it's connected to the generator. And this generator can run stick off of it also. For this project, I've just been using MIG with a CO2, carbon dioxide. I've been welding for 8 years, and the whole time I was learning from my granddad. I worked for him for pretty much 8 years also, the whole time I've been out here. And he's been welding for 40 years, and he retired from Boeing. And after he retired from Boeing, he started his own company, welding business. And I got out the Air Force in 2012, and then I was working in the oil fields for a few years, and then I didn't know what to really do, and I came out here to Los Angeles to visit, and that's when I got introduced to welding through my granddad. Never really knew too much about it, but always been an artist. I can draw, so that naturally got into it, because to me it's just art and being creative. And so when I came out here, I went to school, Trade Tech, the whole time working with him, even in the union, 433, still working with him when I get off work or on the weekends. But he got murdered in August of 2024. And so now I took over full time of the business and just trying to keep it going and make the legacy bigger and better. So this is my Lincoln generator, Ranger 225. And as I said earlier, it can run off a stick, or you can have the connections to make it run off of flux or MIG. It's hooked on wire right now. That's putting it on stick. It goes all the way up to 222 max DC. Then you can control the range of the amperage. That's what you would call it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is on wire feed right now. Okay. And then you would turn it on, the choke, you know what I mean? So right. It's pretty handy, reliable, and it runs off gas, not diesel. That's an important thing to know. Okay. This is a CO2 cartridge. It's just a small one. I also got that's oxygen in my oxyacetylene. Acetylene. So okay. That's for torch welding. Also, again, the MIG welder, which is hooked up to the generator. And you can also change this out to flux also. All you got to do is switch these, and it turns into flux. And then you won't even need to use your gas. You just have to change the wire also, the flux wire. Mm-hmm. And that's silver most of the time. You'll know the difference. Between MIG and flux, the wire is silver for flux, and it's brown for MIG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know, in a lot of welding schools, they teach you that you shouldn't use MIG outside because of the gas. But you're using MIG right now. And why is that?
I'm using MIG right now with the CO2 because it gives me a clean weld, and it's not that windy out here, so it's not bothering me. Or I probably would have to use flux. I've been using it because my granddad always used it, even in the field, everywhere, unless the project called for flux. Okay. But yeah, most of the time they use flux in the field most of the time. But if you can get a good weld and it's not too windy, use it. Yeah.
All right, guys, I know sometimes when it comes to those home improvement projects, it can be overwhelming and you just don't know where to start. That's why I'm inviting you to go and grab this simple home improvement planner that'll take all the stress off. It works on any device with a PDF reader. You don't need any special software. You can view it online or offline. You can even print specific pages if you need. And it's so easy to share with contractors or family. You can set and track your total budget. You can break down costs by category. You can record material expenses, track contractor payments, keep digital receipts. You can compare estimated versus actual costs. And the great thing about it is you can monitor your spending in real time. And the best part about it is you can document your whole journey because it allows you to take before and after pictures for each room or area of your home or space. Guys, this is the perfect planner to get started, especially if you're beginning on your DIY journey. You want to start it off right. So go grab the Calibrate Home Improvement Planner. I'll leave the link in the description below. And you guys have a great one.
This is a 3x3 16 gauge square tubing. This is your voltage, so I got it all the way up. On Lincolns, they go A through E. On the wire speed, I got it around 4. You also want to test before you start welding how your weld's coming out. If you need to increase your wire speed, if you need to take it down, just do a little test run on some scrap metal before you start welding. I just try to make all my welds evenly apart. It says in the code book you should clean your welds after you weld, so that's why I cleaned it. I hit it with the hard disk, and then I went back with a soft and went over that again.
How many inches apart should the welds be for this particular job?
I just kind of put it evenly where this won't break off that easy because it will be hitting against this. For this, don't have no plans for it, then you kind of got to go off creativity. And as long as it's sturdy and secure, but I've been making doors for a long time. So putting this lockbox in, you have to have a piece of metal from here to here to hold. And I usually use a bar metals because it's real solid bar. And I clamp it from here to here so you don't get movement left and right. And then I clamp it here and here, another bar, so you don't get movement in and out. I'll put a cut on one side, then clamp it, and then cut it the rest of the way. Then I put this in there right behind the bar so this piece can fit in. As you can see, it's flat right here to here, so that bar was right there to there. So you just make sure everything is straight, plumb.
All right, looks good, looks good. How do you clean the welds once you've finished?
So if you don't have any acetone to clean this, you can also use gasoline. It's just good for getting the fine little welds, and oil that comes with the square tubing from the shop. They always put oil on it, so you want to make sure all that's clean before you paint it. Because if you paint it over that, it just will be real greasy. So you want to make sure that all that's fine and smooth, so when you do paint it, the paint can stick on better. Welding is a good trade to get in because you always have work. Any trade, like cutting hair, auto mechanic, welding, you always have a skill for life that you can make money off of. Just learned from my granddad. This has enabled me to just keep pushing and make this better than what he had it, and that's my goal. That goes down. Yeah, come over. Let me get on that side. I might have went too much. Dirt down here, so I'll push it up. You can probably kind of push it up now. This side. Yeah, so I can push it up. I try to push it up from the bottom. Six.